What is up guys, Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny. In today's video, we're taking a good look at the pre-Astyanax 4. This is a brand new Nightfall exclusive weapon which is becoming available this week. So we're going to take a look at how you can get your hands on it, its unique traits, and why this could be the best legendary bow in Destiny and why you need to have it. So be sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment and rating down below, and remember to subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. But without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. Now each and every season we get a range of Nightfall exclusive weapons. Bungie tend to mix these up, and this season is no different. We in fact see a brand new weapon added to the loot pool. This will be available this week in week 6 and is obtainable through the Nightfall and Grandmaster Nightfall, which will be the heist battlegrounds over on Mars. Now this is notoriously one of the more difficult Nightfalls in the rotation, especially this season, so you will want to form those fire teams together, and the harder the difficulty that you complete, the greater chance you have on getting your hands on this bow. Now you can obtain the regular version on any difficulty with the exception of Grandmaster, where the Adept version is an exclusive reward. And if you can get a Platinum Medal on this week's Nightfall, you will be guaranteed a pre-Astyanax 4 upon activity completion. Now another thing to bear in mind is you can pick these up at Commander Zavala over in the tower using your Nightfall Ciphers. You earn 2 of these for every Grandmaster Nightfall that you complete, and you'll need 10 in total to be able to purchase this weapon from the vendor. Bear in mind though, you will need to first acquire this, so you will need to add this to your collections first. But if you do intend on running Nightfalls upon this week's weekly reset, then it may be worth topping up your Nightfall Ciphers up to the cap of 10 prior to reset, allowing you to pick up an additional bow for free once you complete the Nightfall and obtain this incredible bow. But that's how you can get your hands on the pre-Astyanax 4, but why is it so good and why could it be the best legendary bow? Well, this comes down to a lot of the traits and perks that are available on this weapon. This bow in fact has 3 origin traits, giving it great diversity, and it also has some excellent perks, some which are brand new this season, but also some that are exclusive to this bow and cannot be found on any other bow in Destiny 2 right now. And the pre-Astyanax 4 is a solar combat bow, and it is a precision frame. Now this does mean it has a longer draw time to optimize for damage, which means it does pack more punch in harder content. And when we compare these to the other popular precision frame combat bows, the pre-Astyanax 4 pretty much sits middle of the pack. Naturally, all the impact is the same across all these bows. When it comes to accuracy, stability and handling, it in fact has the lowest stats across the board in those 3 areas. And when it comes to aim assist, it has one of the highest of the bunch, as well as the second highest airborne effectiveness. Now whilst on paper you may be thinking, well, all the other bows are just better statistically, and whilst that might be correct, in fact the perks on this weapon more than make up for some of the average stats. And when it comes to main legendary traits, it has 6 in each column. In the first column you'll find perpetual motion, where the weapon gains bonus stability, handling and reload speed while the wielder is in motion. That's alongside Archer's tempo, where the draw time decreases after every precision hit. And this is a very popular perk and will change the draw time multiplier for 3 seconds to 0.75. Next we have Perfect Float, where being in combat for a moderate time will increase airborne effectiveness and reduce flinch until you're out of combat. That's alongside Shoot to Loot, where shooting an orb of power picks it up, and shooting an ammo brick picks it up and automatically reloads all your equipped weapons from reserves. That's alongside Enlightened Action, a brand new trait for Season 22, and this is where dealing damage improves reload speed and handling. In my opinion, this is a better version of Archer's tempo, and this is where weapon hits simply grant plus 10 to your handling, reload for 2 seconds, but will stack up to 5 times. It's an incredibly strong trait, and you will not find this trait on any other bow in Destiny 2. Next we have Rangefinder, where aiming this weapon increases its effective range and zoom magnification. Now when it comes to the final column, you'll have Incandescent, where defeating a target spreads Scorch to those nearby, and more powerful combatants and opposing guardians cause Scorch in a larger radius. Next we have Collective Action, where collecting elemental pickups and throwing strand tangles grants stacked periods of increased damage. That's alongside Successful Warm-Up, where each final blow increases the draw speed. And for each weapon kill for a total of 6 seconds, this will decrease the draw time by 37.5%. That's alongside Opening Shot, which improves your accuracy and range on the opening shot of attack. followed by Explosive Head, where arrows explode after a short delay. Now this is an incredibly popular perk, especially when it comes to bows, as it's very effective against anti-barrier champions. And the final perk, and one I'm most excited about on this bow, is Precision Instrument. This is brand new for this season, and this is where dealing sustained damage increases precision damage. Now for each weapon hit, this will grant a stack of Precision Instrument for 1.25 seconds, and this will stack up to 6 times. And if you can get a maximum of 6 stacks, this will increase the weapon's damage by 25%. It's an absolutely massive benefit to this bow and makes it incredibly strong, especially in harder content. And when you pair that with other unique perks only available on this bow, just by dealing damage with something like Enlightened Action, this will improve the reload speed on the bow, improve the handling, in combination with Precision Instrument improving the weapon's damage. The weapon just gets better and better the more you hit your target, making it one of the best legendary bow options when it comes to PvE. Now naturally, Adept weapons can drop with multiple perks, meaning you can get bows that have dual utility. So if you are looking for a good all-round bow that's good in both PvE and PvP content, then this particular bow has perks that cover both types of activity. As we touched upon earlier, there are 3 origin traits on this bow. Again, further elevating its utility, it comes with Stunning Recovery, where stunning a champion partially refills your magazine, triggers health regeneration, and improves recovery for a short time. That's alongside Vanguard's Vindication, where final blows with the weapon grant a small amount of health. And that's alongside Wildcard, another new trait for this season, where final blows with the weapon have a chance to create elemental submissions at the target's location. Now kills will have a chance to release a varying number of submissions on top of the enemy that you just took out, with each defeat having a 6-second cooldown after activation. Now the amount of submissions that spawn will depend on the enemy's rank, with minor combatants only spawning 1, elite spawning 3, and bosses spawning up to 7. Now the submissions themselves are identical to Telesto bolts in terms of how they behave, as they explode on proximity or with contact to the target and last up to 10.5 seconds once attached to a surface. So if you can take out a tanky target with this bow with Wildcard active, and that particular combatant is surrounded by lower tier adds, then it's highly likely that the submissions will be more than enough to clear that entire group out. It's incredibly strong, not just in PvE, but also inside the Crucible, and you'll definitely want to keep your distance from those if you see them attached to any surface whatsoever. So all in all, whilst the base stats are relatively average, when you actually factor in the perks, which simply become active either by moving or simply hitting your target, these help elevate the stats on the bow, making it one of the best in its class. And when you consider some of the perk combinations and the exclusive perks only available on this particular bow, it makes it an absolute must and one you should definitely be seeking out this week. What kind of role will you be seeking out on the pre-Astyanax 4? Make sure to let me know down in the comments below. So there we have it guys, a quick look at the pre-Astyanax 4, the new exclusive Nightfall weapon. Now if you have enjoyed this video, be sure to check out one of the 2 videos you see here in these cards for more Destiny 2 content. And if you want to keep up to date with everything to do with Destiny 2, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to jump into the game as always guys, and I will catch you all again very soon.